These are so pretty. I love them so much. Hi guys, welcome back, and welcome to another cozy fall weekend vlog. Will this be a weekend vlog or will this be a day vlog? Time shall tell. Okay, if you hear any background noise, there's some kind of construction or something going on next door, so just disregard. But anyway, so today what I wanted to do was show you guys how I do my pot roast, because it's world famous. Okay, it's world famous, yes. I did a poll not too long ago. Well, the same poll with the butternut squash soup, but within that poll, some of you guys did express interest in seeing how I do my roast. So I figured, you know, I'm going to do this for Sunday dinner. So I'm getting a head start. Because as you will remember from last vlog, the slow cooker is good to go. I got my little strappy thingies so I can seal it nice and tight and really lock that moisture in when I do this roast. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do for this morning. We're gonna just let this slow cook. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys what I did really fast. We're not gonna drag this out. As you can see, I've already started my prep. I started last night actually, because when I do any kind of like large, dense meat dish, like a roast, like my turkey wings, like my ribs, my pernil, my pork shoulder. When I do those types of meats, I do prefer to like season it in advance, sometimes up to 2 days, because you know when those spices and herbs settle in, it gives it like a chance to marinate, and it just makes it so flavorful and juicy. So yeah, that's what I did. So anyway, last night I did season my roast, my piece of meat, and let me take a look at my notes, honey, because I sometimes, like when I'm vlogging and talking to you guys, I get nervous and I sometimes forget stuff. So I wanted to like make sure I didn't forget. So wrote down a few notes. Okay. So for starters, you can choose either a chuck roast or a rump roast. It's your preference. I literally will get what's available. I can't say in the years that I've been making this that I ever have seen a difference. So whatever. Anyway, so this is a rump roast. It's a rump roast. It's a big piece of meat, probably more than me and the boys will eat, which is why I always have a ton of leftovers. But that's neither here nor there. So anyway, I know some of the girlies, or some of, I shouldn't say the girlies, but some people who make this, they like to ask their butcher to cut the roast into big chunks. My girlfriend Nicole does that. And shout out to Nicole, because this is actually her recipe. She taught me how to make this years ago. So anyway, what we found, because I have done this before, is when you cut it into large chunks, or when you have them cut into large chunks, it will cook a little bit faster, and it's just as flavorful, juicy, maybe even more so. But I since I have this slow cooker, I used to do this roast in my roast pan, that large black speckled roast pan that you probably remember from like several vlogs ago. I had my turkey wings in there. The turkey wings are good in there because it's such a huge pan. But anyway, traditionally I've always done this roast in that pan, and so this is actually my first time doing it in a slow cooker. So that said, I'm not going to cut it into big chunks because I'd rather it roast, you know, as one whole piece of meat. Anyway, okay, so the first thing that I do is I pierce holes in this meat, and this is actually the way that I also start my pork shoulder and also my ribs. So yeah, I pierce holes throughout. I actually stab holes. I don't pierce, I stab holes throughout, deep holes on all sides. And then after that, I make a little mix. I just have this stuff out so I could show you guys the ingredients. I don't want to forget anything. I make a little mix, and it consists of a little olive oil and a little vinegar. Not a lot, not a lot. You can take it a cup and maybe about this much, and then you just kind of swirl it or stir it with a spoon. This is just like whatever generic vinegar the grocery store sells, okay? And I only have vinegar for my meat dishes. That's the only time I use it. Okay, so let me put this away. I just wanted to show you guys that. Okay, so yes, so you pierce the holes, you coat the meat with this mixture, this oil and vinegar mixture, and then after that, and the purpose of the vinegar, it helps to really just break it down, so it's going to be like nice and tender. And then after that, you can season your meat with whatever rub you use. I'm not going to get into like what I did because I do so many things. I use so many spices. And also, minced garlic or fresh garlic if you want. You can do fresh garlic. I did not. I did this bad boy. So yeah, but by all means, this recipe can be as organic and fresh as time allows for you. But I did minced garlic, and then I did like my usual rub of spices, and as you can see it, like you can see like the chunkiness of the garlic and all the spices and stuff like that. It smells heavenly. And then also another good, like if you're someone who you feel like you're maybe beginning to cook and you don't really always know the perfect blend of seasonings, I wanted to show you guys this green seasoning. It's really great. You can also use this as a marinade. You can just do like maybe a little sea salt, pepper, and then this and your minced garlic. This is so delicious. I use this in a lot of my different meats. Now, I think I've referenced my ex-boyfriend who was from Trinidad, and his mom was just like a master chef. She was such a great cook. I learned so much from her. She used to make green seasoning from scratch. This is green seasoning. And I think, like, I know I have some other Caribbean friends who also do their own version of green seasoning, as well as like some of my Latin girlfriends. They also do a green seasoning. So I don't know, child. This is the grocery store version. It has served me well for many years, and I am not a beast yet where I can make my green seasoning from scratch. Although Miss Judy, that was Ian's mom, Miss Judy did teach me how to make the green seasoning from scratch, and I just remember it was, it was a lot. And so I think I still have that recipe somewhere or other tucked away, but I just buy my green seasoning from the grocery store. And for me, it's fine. So anyway, you can use that as an alternative if you don't want to do your own seasoning. Okay, so let me move on, honey. Okay, so I already said you generously coat in your favorite seasonings plus the minced garlic. Okay, so this is where I left off. The next step is that you're basically going to sear your meat on all sides. The purpose of that is just to kind of get it a little bit brown before you roast it and really lock those seasonings in. In the meanwhile, I'm just going to show you the vegetables that we're going to do with this roast. I just have some carrots. I bought baby carrots from the store. You can chop your carrots fresh if you like carrots at all. I'm not a cooked carrot gal, but my son Chase loves cooked carrots. This is one large onion. We're just going to do one onion today. I think that's more than enough. And then I like to do small red potatoes. I washed them this morning, so they were just over here drying. Hold on. You can cut your potatoes up, but I don't, because it's going to roast for a long time. They're going to get so soft and fork tender. I find that when I cut my potatoes up in advance, they get really, really, really soft. And you don't want them to be like mushy. You don't want like mashed potatoes. You want them to be, so keeping them whole, I feel like, is good. And then, when you serve the dish, if you want, you can cut it, or you can give each person like one potato or two. Okay. So those are the three vegetables that I use. If you want, you can do mushrooms. Yeah, so we're gonna get ready to sear this large hunk of meat on all sides. We're gonna get it a little bit browner, and then we're gonna go ahead and get ready to put all of our ingredients in the crock pot, and that's where we are, folks. So BRB. Hi guys, we're back. Oh. Okay, so while the meat is searing over here, getting nice and brown on all sides, we're going to move on. So the next step is we're going to add all of our vegetables to our ceramic, I'm trying to get the right name. I always call it ceramic insert, ceramic whatever. We're going to add all our vegetables, and then we're going to throw a little butter in there as well. If you have unsalted butter, that's better, but I don't. I just have regular margarine, so I'm going to use that. And then after, we're going to put the meat on top. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to start with my potatoes. Y'all know I'm still waiting to get my overhead tripod, so you can't see what I'm doing, but I'll show you afterward. Okay, so we're going to throw those potatoes in there, and then I'm going to add the carrots. This is a large piece of meat, so I got to make sure there's room. So flatten everything, and then I'm going to end with the onions. Just throw those in there. Okay. Let me just check on this meat. I actually, when I flipped it a little earlier, it was like splattering a bit, so let me just throw this on. This apron is my favorite apron of all times. If you've ever been over to my house and seen me in action, you know me and this apron, we go way back. So I always I always feel like compelled to say this. It may look soiled and stained, and it is. However, it is clean. It is always freshly washed. It's just stained from overtime use. I actually collect aprons. I love aprons. I've been collecting aprons for a couple decades. If you know, you know. So I have so many for every season, every color, lace, ruffles, all the things. Beautiful collection. And yet when I am like cooking, I really just love this apron. It's just like broken in and warm and cozy. It's like, I love this apron. Let's add our margarine. And I did flip over the meat again, and I'm so glad I put this on because it definitely would have splashed me. So I'm just going to do a couple of generous pats. That's all, not too much. It'll melt once it's inside. Let's do one more small one on this side. Okay, so there's that. Okay. So that's good on the butter. Okay, there's probably a better way to do this, but I'm just gonna pick it up and kind of transfer it over, so wish me luck. Actually, let me scoot this closer. I'm sorry that you guys can't fully see me. That's as far back as I'm able to push the camera because the backsplash is there, the wall. Okay, so this is a really large piece of meat. So I already anticipate that I'm going to have to move these vegetables around a little bit to make it fit. But, okay. Oh, actually no, it actually fit quite well. Okay, very good. I want to actually, I want to scrape this seasoning in here and the little juice that, oh my gosh, this smells so good. All this minced garlic and spices. Make sure we get all that goodness in there. Oh gosh, it smells good. Okay. I definitely underestimated the size of this slow cooker. I thought the meat was gonna like sit up here, but it's perfect. Can you see in there? Lovely, lovely. So let's cover this. And we are going to use our new strappy straps. Now let's remember how we did it last time. How about that? Okay. No, see, already messing up. Okay, so I remember I did this and this. Boom. You know what? This needs to be a little tighter, so let me start it on this one. Yep. Okay, so there was that. You guys see? Yeah, you can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, good. Oh god, this is heavy. Okay, so then let's do the other side. We're going to do this on the second rung as well. Okay. Boop, boop. Boopity boop. There we go. You know what? I'm going to actually do it on this one. Oh yes, that's nice and tight. There will be no air coming through, but not dangerously tight, not like pressure cooker tight where it's going to explode. Just enough that we're sealing in that moisture and all those juices are going to be able to break free, and it's going to break down that meat, and it's going to be so tender and delicious. I can't wait. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and set this to low. Hold on, let me flip it all around. Okay, so let's turn it on, and it starts on, well, how many hours do I want to do? First of all, we want it on low. I think we'll start with 6 hours. Again, this is my first time doing this in a crock pot. I've only ever done this in my roast pan. So, you know, I will be checking the time throughout to make sure. Ooh, child. Y'all know I'm a sweater. I'll be checking throughout just to make sure that I was good with the time in my selection. So let me move this. Center this. Let's put this in the sink. Oh my goodness. I I am loving this crock pot. I swear it's already like paid for itself. Okay, so that is about it. Everything is all good to go and settled, and yeah, I am so excited to see how this turns out. As I said, this is my very first time doing a pot roast in a slow cooker. I've only ever used my roast pan. So yeah, this is exciting, and I hope it's bomb. It just, like, I promise you, it already smells good, and it's literally been like 2 minutes. You know what? It's when I seared it. That's why. When I was like browning it on both sides, it just like fills the house with this wonderful smell. So yeah, I guess at this point, I'm gonna hang around the house. I have a couple things to do. I definitely have an errand to run in the neighborhood, so I'll be close by because I want to keep a close eye on this. I don't want to overcook it. I don't want to undercook it. So I'm going to be checking it periodically. And then hopefully I come back and check in with you guys. I know I don't have a good track record for that. I'm thinking about when I did the turkey wings and I never came back to show y'all and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm going to do my best to circle back so that you guys can see how this came out, so I can give my official review of this crock pot after doing a pot roast. So yeah, other than that, I guess I'll let you guys go. TTYL.
10 hours later.
Okay, now. Y'all ready to see what she's looking like? Y'all ready? Okay. Let's do this, baby. Let's take off our straps. Alrighty, here we go. Let's make sure this is secure. Okay. Mercy. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Look at that. Oh, Jesus. That's what they call fork tender, baby. Jesus. Lord have mercy. We have the potatoes. Beautiful. We've got the carrots. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's gorgeous. Jesus. And the onions. That's it. That's it. Does it surprise you how it turned out? It doesn't surprise me. Come on now. What's my name? Hey guys, so we're in the mall again, but this time because I am actually shopping for outfits for our annual holiday family portrait. This is something that we do every year. It's a tradition that I started when my first son was an infant. We've been taking holiday portraits every year. So it's very special. Flip you guys around. Yes. Like I said, very special. It's something that I want the boys to keep, you know, forever and ever and ever. And so I just have a lot of fun styling us in holiday colors, similar themed. Like one year we did tartan, and sometimes one year we did like ugly Christmas sweaters. Of course, there's always like some red or green. It's holiday themed. And yeah, so I made the appointment for our photo shoot. And so now I just have to figure out what the boys are wearing. For me, real quick today, I'm just in this simple Hollister top. It's just like the, I think I have this top in white, burgundy, black, and light blue. So I think you guys saw me in the burgundy the other day. And I'm wearing my favorite comfy boots for walking. I can walk for hours in these shoes. They're so comfortable. I don't say that about every heel. And I'm wearing some Hollister cargo pants. So anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna take a look around and see if I can find something that the boys would look nice in. BRB. This is too cash. I do like this black sweater. It's a maybe. I don't match them exactly. They don't like that because they're older. You know, I like them to maintain their own identity, so I style them differently based on their personalities. I do like this plain sweater right here, but again, I need it in a medium. Let's see if that's a small and another small. They could probably do a small. You know, the boys are slim. They're not big boys. They're tall on the tall side, but they're not thick. Like I was saying, it is a tradition that we've had for every year. And the only year that I actually skipped our holiday portraits was, I think it was like the holiday season of 2018, the year that my ex-husband and I had officially separated, and I had asked him to leave the house, so he had moved out. And so it was a little awkward because I was just like, you know, I wanted to do the holiday pictures, but now we were separated, and you know, we're in a good space now, so I feel like I can tell this story, and I regret that because I didn't know how to handle it. And I didn't want to ask him to be a part of it. Also, I didn't necessarily want to just do the three of us because we hadn't shared it yet with the family that we were separated. So it was just like a weird space. And so I mulled over it, ended up skipping that year. Like I said, deeply regret it because, again, I do this for the memories. I do this for the boys to have, for their family in the future. And so anyway, I picked up 2019, and then the pictures just became the two of them, the two boys, and I sent out cards that way. And so yeah, for a few years, I did it with just the boys, and that was perfectly fine, very nice. The family enjoyed that. And then, like, a few years ago, I decided to come back in the pictures because I was just kind of like, this is something I'm doing for the boys and their memories and the future, and I think they'll want to see their mom at that time, their young mom then, you know? And then I did that, and then I started inviting Derek. I was like, do you want to do the portraits with us? And so what we do now every year is we go together to the studio, and we do separate portraits. Like, I have Derek take pictures with the boys. He sits and does some nice poses with them, and then I do my poses with the boys, and then they do their poses together. And then we get our pictures, and I frame his in really nice frames, and I give him his framed portraits with the boys for him and his dad as part of his Christmas present. And then my portraits I hang in our house. The holiday card features just the boys, just the two of them. But then, like, the portraits with me and the boys, dad and the boys, we give to our respective families. So I love it now that everything is wonderful between us and sorted out. We're able to do that, and it's really, really nice. So therefore, the boys have the memories of their parents at our ages today, but it doesn't, like, send weird mixed messages to, like, family and stuff, like we're all on the card together, because it's not that anymore. And I also want to be respectful of whatever relationships either of us are in at the time. You know, we co-parent in a way that I think is beautiful, but I also recognize that it is unique, and everyone doesn't do co-parenting the same. And so, you know, any person who I deal with, and same for him, has to understand that we have a friendship first, and that will always be family. And so, yeah, we do our family photo shoots together now, but we're not, like, posed up, the four of us, like we're one big happy family that is together, if that makes sense. We kind of maintain those boundaries. I'm not having much luck here, and I'm not happy about that, but I'm just not seeing anything that resonates with me. Like, when I see the outfits, I'll know. Or I should say, when I see the pieces, I'll know. I always know. I've been doing this a long time. This is cute, but I don't like flannel. It's giving lumberjack. This particular flannel, it's too thick. I don't like it. I like plaid, and I actually like flannel, but it's giving the male lead in a Hallmark movie, the old town country boy who moved back from the big city to live. This is cute. That's nice. It's like a houndstooth. Because I actually have a dress that would look nice with this. I have a houndstooth red maxi dress, so I could do that. This is nice too. It's different from the usual. That's kind of cute. These are maybes. There's some good maybes. Let's keep looking. I'm a sucker for cable knit. I am. This is nice too. I do like these sweaters, but I don't like the idea of a sweater by itself. So I feel like I would want to layer it with a top. This is nice. It's red and navy. I could layer that with, hold on, let me put my stuff down. I've got too much in my arms now, honey. Okay. This could maybe shine on its own, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But I like this with maybe this under it. Yeah, I like the mixed patterns. I think that would look nice. That's cool. That's a maybe. Let me keep looking. That is a good maybe. Oh, I also forgot my sunglasses. I am giving the Louis Vuitton ones a rest, although they're my favorite of the moment because I feel like I wear them all the time. So right now, these are some throwbacks. These used to be my favorite years ago. These are called the Miranda sunglasses, the Miranda frame. I used to live for these sunglasses. They were like my favorite. The Miranda shade. They're a Tom Ford. Yeah, I really like these. They like kind of give me like a bug-eyed look, like a bug. So cute. Yeah. But anyway, okay, so sometimes I like a turtleneck underneath when I do a sweater for them. I don't know if I already have, but I might insert some pictures from past portraits. Because like I said, we've been doing it now for 17 years. That's how my oldest son is almost 17. So I guess we've done 16 of them. And, oh, I have so many good, beautiful portraits. It's just so nice for parents who do this to see like each year how the kids age. It's just really special. Oh, so special. Like I'm kicking myself for the year that I skipped because I was so confused about what to do. And I wish I had just done it. But you know, that's okay. It's just 1 year. I've done it ever since. The boys are good sports about it. They're not great sports about everything that I ask them to do, but they know this is very important to mommy. They do, so they get in line. They've let me style it every year, which is also shocking because they have their own unique styles, but they know that these portraits are so important to me, so nobody fights me on it. They just roll with it. I show them their outfits. This is what you're wearing. This is how I want to style it. I need you to do this bow tie. I need you to put this over your shoulders, whatever. This is the look I'm going for. Sometimes it's preppy. Sometimes it's classic, traditional. Sometimes it's, it just depends. Like every year I have a different feeling that I'm trying to evoke and create. Yeah. So yeah, okay. Enough reminiscing. Let's keep looking. Let's keep going. Okay, I finished, and everything happened to be on sale, which was really nice. Oh, thank you. Yeah, everything was on sale, so that was a pleasant surprise. I like shopping at Macy's because they tend to have unexpected sales once you get to the register, so that's always cool. So yeah, now we can get out of here. I am looking straight ahead because I don't want to be tempted by any fragrances. I have everything I need. So yeah, I won't do it. So I'm really glad I found these outfits today because our portraits were scheduled for next weekend. And I didn't really have a lot of time to shop during the week, so it's kind of just like nice. Thank you. it's nice to get this done. Hey guys, it's the next day, and I am back. I actually thought this vlog was done, but one of my baby girls, one of my favorite followers, Asia, had mentioned that she wanted to see more of my charm bags because she's got a little sneak peek when, you know, I did a video and she could see them in my closet, and she said, I want to see more. I want to see them up close. So you only have to tell me one time, honey, okay? So here you go. This is for you, Asia. And actually, I decided to go ahead and make this a TikTok too, because I like to show my charm collections on TikTok. For one, because like you guys know, there's like a hobby of mine. I've been collecting charms. I've been loving charms, charm bracelets, charm bags, charm everything since I was like a little girl, like literally a little girl. And I love to, there's like a huge community on TikTok of charm loving girlies. And so, yeah, I felt like, you know what? Since I'm going to come back and do like a little addendum to this vlog and end with this, let me throw on my camera and do a TikTok too, because I feel like I'm overdue for that. Yeah, so I'm so glad you asked to see this, Asia. I'd been wanting to do a video like this. I was going to do it for TikTok, but you know, all somebody needed to do was ask. And I only have but a handful, literally, of lady followers anyway. So your wish is my command, sister girl. Okay, so let's go ahead and rock and roll. It's like real cluttered over here because I just have my bags here. I don't have that many, so this isn't going to be a long video. Ooh, this floor needs to be swept, boys. Okay, so yeah, let me set up my TikTok. What I don't like about TikTok is it reverses the camera. But anyway, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna just like go in random order. Oh, I didn't even think about like an introduction. Okay, so let's begin. I hope you guys can see me too. Yes, you can. Okay. Hi guys, it's Yakini and I am back with another charm themed video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys some of the charm bags in my collection, and this video is for my YouTube follower Asia. Hey girl, hey Asia, because she asked to see them a little bit closer, so this one's for you, girl. Okay, so this is in random order, and I mean that, y'all, because I do not have any favorites. I love them all equally. I'm going to show a few bags, and then I have a pair of shoes, and that's it. I need more, clearly. Okay, so we're gonna start off with this bag that came out a couple of years ago when the Barbie movie hit theaters, and everybody who didn't care about Barbie before us, hardcore Barbie collectors, everybody was swarming the stores to grab this because Aldo did a collection with Barbie. And so I was very lucky to snag this and this and this from the collection, from the Aldo and Barbie collection. Oh my God, I love these so much. So yeah, they all have that quilted look that we love because it's giving, you know, it's giving Barbie meets Chanel. That's how it feels with the gold chain. As you can see, I have not worn this yet. I just haven't found the right opportunity. When I have something really cute, it's gotta be right. It's gotta be right. So yeah, I just haven't had the time to wear it. So it will get worn, I promise you. So let's take a closer look. Yes, beautiful. And I love all these charms, very classic retro 80s Barbie charms, like her roller skate. You have the Barbie head silhouette. You've got the Barbie emblem, a palm tree, some heart-shaped sunnies, and of course a purse. Yeah, so very much classic Barbie, and the back says Barbie and Aldo. So yeah, that's number one. I love her so much. I said I don't have a favorite among all my charm bags, but I think out of this collection, out of this collab, this one's my favorite because it's my favorite color. Okay, so there's that. This one is super cute. It's denim and pink, very similar. Are the charms the same on there? Almost. Not quite though. This says Living the Dream. There's also a star, roller skate, a boombox. Very much classic Barbie. Yeah, so this was really cute. And then I also have this one. I have worn this one. I usually wear it crossbody, although there's other ways to wear it because there's like a little top handle option. You can also wear it as like a clutch. This one's really cute too. And it's got similar charms on it. Oh, I love this bag so much. It's so pretty. Adorable. So yeah, this is such a cute bag. And there's actually another bag that I got from this Barbie and Alva collection too. It's like shaped like a boombox, but it's not a charm bag, so I didn't bring it to show. Okay, so those are my 3 Barbie and Aldo bags. Let's move on. So Aldo, you're gonna see there's a theme of Aldo. The shoe store that's in the mall. They have like a lot of charm bags. I love this one. This is like my vacation bag. I have not worn it yet, but like I tend to like when I go on vacay, I usually like don't like to bring like the best of the best. I don't want to like travel with too much like luxury goods. I've said that before in another video. So I like, you know, just fun bags that are, you can just like grab them, go. If for some reason I get robbed, I don't want to even speak that into existence, but if something happens and my things go missing, I will be sad because she's so cute, but I won't be devastated because I didn't spend thousands. But anyway, so yeah, this is, it says Getaway, and it's really cute. It has like some like cute little vacay charms on them. I'm calling them charms, but they're more like sparkly appliques. But like I just consider these my charm bags. So there's a flamingo, which I love. I love flamingos. A pineapple. There's like a little cocktail for my cocktail girlies. An airplane, a heart, a palm tree. All the vacay things. A surfboard. You won't find me on one of those. And then there's some cute little cherries. So yeah, it's just a really pretty bag. It's a gorgeous medium blue denim, but it's like an acid wash. So cute. And yeah, like I said, I have not worn this yet, but I'm waiting for the right vacay to wear it. Where are we going? Okay. And so this one is special because I had my eye on this baby for a long time. This is the Chanel Coco Clip wallet on chain. Gorgeous bag, lots of space for a wallet on chain, lots of space for your cards. I store it with the chain tucked inside. I've never worn it as a clutch or wallet. I always like my bags crossbody, and you know, a Chanel wallet on chain is like always very long. So when I wear this, I wish it was a little higher, and you can do like a crossover thing to bring it a little higher, but I just wear it like this because I don't want to do anything to compromise this bag and wear it out sooner than it needs to be worn out. So yeah, very pretty. Let me give you a close-up of the clips, and I do consider this one of my charm bags as well, and she's one of my favorites. What else do I want to say about this bag? Comes in white as well, but I had my eye on the black. So yeah, super gorgeous bag. And like I said, with a Chanel wallet on chain, it's just that the strap is so long, so I don't love that. But if you're like a tall girly, then it's probably perfect, because you know, I like my crossbody bags to fall at hip length. So this is a little bit longer than that. I'm 5'4", so for reference. Anyway, so there's that. Let's put her aside. I keep her in glass in my bedroom because she's not from Aldo. And then last but not least, in my charm bag / slew collection, these I love. These are like, I guess I have to say these are my favorites. They're not a bag, they're a pair of shoes. Little bit of a backstory. I had my eyes on these when they first came out. I remember I was in Neiman Marcus. I was there because I had a tradition, have a tradition on my birthday. I treat myself to a bag. Or a pair of shoes. And so I had already identified the bag that I wanted for my birthday. So when I went to Neiman Marcus to see what it looked like in person, I came across these shoes and I was smitten. I couldn't believe it. I was breathless. I tried them on. Beautiful fit. I walked in them. I fell in love with them. However, I was very disciplined. I had come for a specific bag, which I bought, and I put these shoes away, and I thanked the salesperson, and I walked out of that store, and I said to myself, I have to get those shoes. They're so beautiful. They're not on my budget right now, but when they are, I'm going to go back and get them. And of course, by the time they were in my budget, they were gone. They were sold out. Fast forward ahead, several years later, I came across these shoes on The Real, and I couldn't believe it. I thought I was hallucinating, and they were in my size. I wear a size 40 in Christian Louboutin. Now the reveal, I wear a size 40. I wear 8.5 in US, but I wear a 40 in these. And when I saw them, I just gasped. I was like, oh my God, these are the shoes that I've been freaking dreaming about and fantasizing about ever since I lost them. Okay, enough talking. Now let us appreciate the beauty of these charm shoes. Oh my God. Dark wash denim, gold toned charms, my favorite metal. Oh my God, these are so gorgeous. I can't even. The heel is like 5 inches. I'm not gonna lie, I've only worn them out once. These are the kind of shoes, girls, that are not for those New York City streets. These are the shoes that your man drops you at the curb and you sit and you sit pretty and you wait, and then he parks the car and he comes back, and then you gotta hold his arm and hobble into the restaurant, but cute though, into the restaurant, and he take you to your seat and you sit down, and then that's what these shoes are for. These are not walking shoes. These are I'm pretty and I'm girly and I'm a diva and I love charms and I love Christian Louboutin. So yeah, these are my favorite shoes. They're so pretty. And yeah, so anyway, that is the end of my shoe and bag charm collection. I hope that you enjoyed, and let me know what you would like to see next. Bye. Okay, that went on for way too long. That was like 8 minutes and 58 seconds. Now, y'all know on TikTok, nobody want to watch an 8 minute and 58 second video. So I'm going to have to edit that and make it shorter, but that's fine. You know, I just like be rambling and telling stories and stuff, because that's what I like to do. But for TikTok, people don't want to watch anything really longer than like 3 minutes, if I'm being honest. Oh my God, you guys, look how pretty these shoes are. Let me show you a little closer now that it's just us. These are so pretty. I love them so much. They hurt so bad. I'm not even gonna lie. These shoes hurt so bad. I could sit here and tell you they don't, but I would be lying to you. I'm not even gonna hold you. When I wear these shoes, the only shoes that hurt worse than these are my YSL logo shoes. The ones that are like, they're gold strappy sandals, and the heel is the YSL logo. Oh my God. I can barely even walk in those. Like, I don't care if you holding somebody's arm or not, I can barely walk in those, but they're so beautiful. Why do you guys do that? Why do you make the most beautiful shoes so hard to walk in? Anyway, child, I done made myself hot. Now I'm sweating. I don't know if the camera's picking up on that, but I literally feel the sweat about to drip down my face. So, yeah, I think we're gonna end the vlog here, and yeah, I think that's it. This hopefully is under an hour. I be trying, y'all. I really do. But I'm a talker, and I think you've learned that by now. Anyway, let's end the vlog, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Thank you for watching. Be sure to give this a like, a share, and a and subscribe to me if you're enjoying the content. Okay? Bye.